Shenandoah was launched in 1964, and she has sailed every single summer except for 2020 due to COVID. The boat is iconic, but its educational mission is what's vital to our community.
Fuel was originally founded to embrace and expand on that mission.
We were all kind of scratching our heads about what the next step forward would be. So we started talking with Captain Douglas and realized that it was a win-win for everybody for him to donate his ship to us. And it was sort of like a passing of the torch, because Casey and I have sailed with Bob sort of as understudies for so long, and for this generational transition to happen when it did was really a critical moment, because otherwise Shenandoah would not be sailing today.
The first thing we had to consider when taking on Shenandoah was financially if we could make it work.
For Shenandoah to sail again, she needed major repairs to her stern. We started having conversations with stakeholders in the community, and we were really inspired by the response we were getting, and we realized that this was going to be possible. We left Vineyard Haven at 1 a.m. on November 7th behind one of Ralph Packer's tugboats. Pulling into Mystic about 12 hours later, we were definitely tired, but we were greeted by a huge crowd at the shipyard. We pulled the boat right out of the water, and as it was drying out, we knew we had a lot of work ahead of us. As we were peeling back the layers, we were discovering that there was more rot than we originally anticipated. In fact, almost every frame had some rot in it that needed to be addressed. So the scope of the project grew.
When she first came to us, there was a timber called the rim timber that we knew was compromised with rot and so forth. It wasn't something we could take out in one piece. So we keep taking things off until we get back to good solid material that we're comfortable building on top of, so we kind of create our own foundation for the work.
One of the most incredible parts of the nature of this work is that everything is done by hand. Painting everything, getting the boat ready for the season, rigging it up, bending on the new sails. It was a stressful time, for sure. Come springtime, we were like looking at our watches going, oh shoot, like are we gonna make it? For the last month that Shenandoah was in the seaport, we had as many as 15 people on the boat almost every day, and staff were coming in on Saturdays to make sure they could finish up their project so it wouldn't slow down the timeline of the overall project. It was a race to the finish. It was down to the wire, but with everyone's hard work, it all came together. We left the shipyard in a hurry to get home and went straight into 15 weeks of mostly sold out programming.
We did trips in 2021 with 10 different youth organizations. 8 of them were island school groups. We also piloted a program for University of New Hampshire college students, and they got college credit for spending a week on board the boat.
With the generous support from our donors, we were also able to provide over $250,000 in discounts, which increased accessibility so that financial status was not a barrier to our program.
Without the support from so many generous donors in this community, Shenandoah probably would not be operating right now, and its educational mission maybe would have ceased to exist. So we really couldn't have done what we accomplished in 2021 without the help and the support from the generous people in this community.